Being an athlete can be lonely, especially if you don't play team sports. You have no one to depend on and no one to bounce ideas off. Sometimes that loneliness is filled by a coach, which is why finding the right one is so important. Tennis legend Novak Djokovic has found a new coach for 2025. It's one of his toughest rivals on court, Britain's Andy Murray. This is a strange pick for so many reasons. For starters, Murray just retired in August last year, and secondly, they are long-time rivals since the age of 12. So everyone wondered if the duo would work. On Monday, we got a glimpse of their chemistry for the first time. That too from close quarters. You see, new rules say that coaches can sit near the playing area. It's a decision that has divided the tennis world. Here is a report.
It's a big day at the Rod Laver Arena in Melbourne. Novak Djokovic is on court. He's 2 sets up on his young American opponent. But he's not happy with his game. In between points, Djokovic wanders over to his coach. And there's Andy Murray. It's like a glitch in the Matrix. Murray is just a week older than Djokovic. They've been rivals since the age of 12. And their rivalry was a big part of tennis in the last decade. They met 7 times in Grand Slam finals. Djokovic won 5 of them, while Murray won twice. Yet, here they are, coach and player, in Melbourne. When Djokovic reached out, Murray was stunned. He had just retired from tennis in August, so coaching wasn't part of his plan. Yet, this opportunity was too good to pass up. Murray agreed to join Djokovic on a trial basis, Melbourne being that trial. Monday was their first outing on court. Usually, the coaches are seated in the stands above. They're not supposed to offer advice or suggestions. It's a rule that set tennis apart. In football, you see managers shouting instructions from the sidelines, even making changes to the playing 11. In cricket, you see coaches sending messages to the pitch, sometimes using water boys as messengers. But in elite tennis, none of that was allowed. In-match coaching was banned. Not anymore, though. In 2024, the International Tennis Federation said that coaching is fine. At the Australian Open, they've gone a step ahead. Coaches are not seated in the stands anymore. They're seated courtside. The coaches have access to real-time game data. They can also shout instructions and offer suggestions. Djokovic clearly likes the idea. He says he can hear his coach a lot better.
I really like the feeling of having Andy as my coach and in the corner. From this year, new coaching stuff and player coaching stuff. Seating which was just basically on the court in the corner, which allows me to hear them better. So yeah, a few times I did approach Andy and he was giving me his feedback and his guidance and opinions.
But not everyone is happy. Men's number 4 seed Taylor Fritz wants to keep coaches away. He says players should make their own strategy. Women's number 1 seed Aryna Sabalenka has a different issue. She feels the courtside seating is too small. Right now, only 4 people can sit there. Sabalenka says make it 8 because she wants her whole team to be there. Such problems were bound to emerge. After all, this is a radical change in tennis rules. If coaches have real-time data, they can formulate strategies accordingly. For example, say player X is missing a lot of backhands in the match. The coach can see that data on their screen. They can also relay it to the player. This already happens in most sports. Coaches are involved, yet detached from the action, which gives them a unique perspective. But perspective alone cannot win you matches. Murray can ask Djokovic to target his opponent's backhand, but Djokovic will have to do the striking himself. On Monday, he did. But let's see if this partnership leads to something bigger. Perhaps Grand Slam number 25 for Djokovic?
From breaking news to the day's biggest controversies, shedding light on the world's top headlines, detailed analysis on the stories that matter the most to you. Catch it all on Spotlight at 6 p.m. India time and 12:30 GMT, only on Firstpost.